Olajidola Williams J.J. Olatunji, born 19 June 1993, better known as Ksi, is an English YouTuber, internet personality and musician. In 2019, he was ranked second by The Sunday Times in its list of the top 100 UK influencers. He is part of the British YouTube group known as The Sidemen. Ksi registered his main YouTube account in 2009, and built a following posting gaming commentary videos of the FIFA video game series. As his fanbase has grown, his YouTube content has diversified to include vlog and comedy-style videos. As of November 2020, he has over 33 million subscribers, and over 7 billion video views across his two YouTube channels. Ksi's 2020 debut studio album, Dissimulation, debuted at number 2 on the UK Albums chart. He has achieved 10 top 40 and 5 top 10 singles on the UK Singles chart. Ksi featured in the British comedy film Laid in America, and was the subject of Ksi Can't Lose, a documentary film following the build-up to his first amateur boxing fight against British YouTuber Joe Weller. He was involved in 2 further boxing events against American YouTuber Logan Paul, the second of which was a professional bout. Early in personal life, Olajidola Williams Olatunji was born on 19 June 1993. His father is from Ibadan, Nigeria, and his mother is from Islington, London. Raised in Watford, Hertfordshire, he was educated at Berkhamsted School in Berkhamsted, where he met future collaborator and Sidemen member Simon Minter. Ksi's younger brother, DG, is also a YouTuber. The brothers ranked first and second respectively as the UK's most influential YouTube creators by Tubular Labs in 2015. In late November 2018, DG revealed Ksi's personal bank records in a video. Ksi later condemned DJ's actions, and expressed his disappointment towards his parents for allowing the publication of his financial records. In January 2019, DG apologized to his brother for his impulsive and rash behavior, and made the video private. In May 2019, DG made the video public again, prompting Ksi to state on Twitter that he is done with his brother. In November 2019, Ksi revealed that their feud was settled, stating that brothers fight, and there's always gonna be a situation where, because we're in the public eye, everything gets blown out of proportion. Ksi is a supporter of Arsenal FC. YouTube career 2008-2013. Beginnings, FIFA videos and controversy. Ksi registered his first account on YouTube under the name Jida Jr. in 2008, while in his early teens. He registered his current YouTube account on 24 July 2009 under the name Ksi Did, where he uploaded gaming commentary videos of the FIFA video game series from his bedroom at his parents' house in Watford. He dropped out of 6th form college to pursue his YouTube career once he was earning steady monthly revenue from his uploads. In an interview in 2014, he recounted asking his teacher whether he should drop out. His teacher asked how much Ksi was making from YouTube, to which Ksi answered, around £1,500 a month, which was more than his teacher earned. His parents initially disapproved, but later became supportive, and featured in a number of his videos. Ksi later uploaded more vlog-style content, and played a variety of games, and in 2012, the channel reached 1 million subscribers. Ksi's rise to fame was not without controversy. He was widely criticized for his self-described rape face, a recurring joke on his channel during 2012 and 2013, and was the center of a controversy following his sexual harassment of female staff at a Eurogamer event in 2012. As a result, Microsoft cut ties with Ksi, and he was banned from Eurogamer events. Ksi subsequently apologized for any offense the video of 15 months ago may have caused in the short time it was on his YouTube channel. References to it since and subsequently used by other people, and stated his desire to move on from the incident and be judged on the great content and value he gives to brands and partners. Without controversy. 2013 to 2017. Sidemen and expanding content. In October 2013, Ksi signed with Maker Studios subnetwork, Polaris. Since 19 October 2013, Ksi has been part of the British YouTube group known as The Sidemen. The group produces online videos, most often consisting of challenges, sketches and video game commentary, as well as selling exclusive Sidemen merchandise. In 2015, Ksi published a biography titled Ksi, I'm a Bellend. The book was released on 24 September 2015 in the UK, and 5 days later in the United States, and Ksi toured to support the book from its release until 4 October 2015. In 2016, Ksi and the Sidemen published Sidemen, the book, which sold 26,436 copies within 3 days, and topped the hardback non-fiction charts. On 4 August 2017, Ksi tweeted that he would be leaving Sidemen, citing conflicts with fellow member, Ethan Payne. Shortly thereafter, he released a number of diss track videos criticizing members of his then-former group, to which most of the members responded back with their own. Later that month, Ksi released a video in which he claimed that he was being deported from the United States for receiving an incorrect visa. In November 2017, Ksi released a video discussing whether his supposed falling out with the Sidemen was real or fake, saying, quote, wasn't entirely real, but wasn't entirely fake either. 2017 to 2019, YouTube boxing, amateur fight versus Joe Willer. Supposed hostilities between Ksi and British YouTuber Joe Willer began towards the end of 2017. Following public disagreements on Twitter and diss tracks between the pair, they announced that they would host an amateur boxing match on 3 February 2018 at Copper Box Arena, London, to settle the feud. During the announcement, the pair confronted each other, with Ksi mocking Willer's struggles with depression and his use of antidepressants, for which he later apologized. The fight was won by Ksi 1 minute and 30 seconds into the third round by way of technical knockout, winning the YouTube Boxing Championship belt. Ksi expressed his respect for Willer after the fight for being way harder, way tougher than I thought, and praised him for his commitment to raising awareness for mental health. Before calling out American YouTuber Logan Paul, his brother Jake Paul, and retired footballer Rio Ferdinand. On YouTube, the fight drew 1.6 million live viewers, 21 million views within a day, and over 25 million over the next several days. The bout was described as the biggest white-collar boxing fight in history. Amateur fight versus Logan Paul. On 24 February 2018, it was announced that Ksi would be fighting American YouTuber Logan Paul in a white-collar boxing amateur boxing match. The fight ended as a majority draw, with 2 judges scoring the fight even at 57-57 and a third judge scoring 58-57 in favor of Ksi. It was described as the biggest white-collar boxing match in history by The Independent, and the biggest amateur boxing match in history by the Radio Times. It sold out 21,000 tickets for Manchester Arena, generated an estimated live gate revenue of over £2.7 million, and was watched by over 2.25 million viewers live, including over 1.05 million watching pay-per-view, and 1.2 million watching illegal streams on Twitch. Professional rematch versus Logan Paul. A rematch between Ksi and Paul was held on 9 November 2019 at the Staples Center, Los Angeles, and was promoted by Eddie Hearn. Unlike the first fight, the rematch was a professional fight without the use of headgear. Ksi was trained by professional boxer Vidal Riley and Jeff Mayweather, uncle of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Some journalists criticized Ksi and Paul for using the event as a cash grab, and questioned the legitimacy of the match as a professional bout, or questioned the choice of putting professional world title bouts on an undercard to two YouTubers. The executive director of the California State Athletic Commission, Andy Foster, defended the accusation that the YouTubers weren't fit to fight professionally, saying in an interview that if they weren't YouTube stars, this fight is still approvable in every commission in this country as debut athletes. Kevin Draper of the New York Times noted Ksi, Paul and the organizers' intention to bring a new audience to a stagnant sport, and highlights the fact both YouTubers sought coaching from world champion boxers and trainers. Several professional boxers expressed support for the event, highlighting the benefit it could bring to boxing in terms of expanding the sport's audience. After 6 3-minute rounds, Ksi was the winner via split decision, with two judges scoring the fight 57-54 and 56-55 for Ksi, while the third judge scored it 56-55 in favor of Paul. When asked about a possible rematch, Paul expressed his support for the idea, but Ksi rejected any prospect of a third fight against Paul, saying it's done. I'm on to the next thing. Music career 2015 to 2016. Early releases. Having written and produced comedy rap songs for his YouTube channel in 2011, Ksi released his debut single, Lamborghini featuring British grime MC B Money, on 23 March 2015. With Cipher Productions. The song charted at number 30 on the UK singles chart. Keep Up, the title song for Ksi's debut extended play of the same name, featuring Me, was released on 30 November 2015. Reaching number 45 on the UK singles chart. The full EP was released on 8 January 2016, through Island Records. Debuting at number 13 on the UK albums chart and number 1 on the UK R&B albums chart. On 29 April 2016, Ksi released Goes Off featuring the Star Silver, as the first single from his second EP titled Jump Around. The EP's second single, Friends with Benefits featuring MNDM, was released on 29 July 2016, reaching number 69 on the UK singles chart. The full EP was released on 28 October 2016 through Island Records. One of the EP's songs, Touchdown featuring rapper and singer Steph London, appeared on the soundtrack of the 2017 film Baywatch. 2017 to 2019. Independent releases. On 23 June 2017, Ksi independently released Creature, which reached number 100 on the UK singles chart. Creature was the first single from Ksi's third EP, Space, which was released independently on 30 June 2017. On 6 October that year, Ksi released his fourth EP, Distractions, which includes diss tracks against fellow Sidemen members W2s and Bizinger. The EP reached number 31 on the UK albums chart and number 1 on the UK R&B albums chart. 1 week before its release, Ksi announced that the EP would be his final release with Island Records, and that he would be releasing music independently. On 2 February 2018, Ksi released Uncontrollable featuring Big Zuu. The song played during Ksi's ring walk for his first boxing fight against Joe Weller, and charted at number 89 on the UK singles chart. Ksi released On Point on 17 August 2018, which was played during his ring walk for his second boxing bout. On 12 April 2019, Ksi released a collaborative album with Randolph titled New Age. It debuted at number 17 on the UK albums chart, and at number 1 on the UK R&B albums chart. 2019 to 2020, new record label signing and dissimulation. On 4 November 2019, Music Week announced that Ksi had signed with American record label RBC Records to take his music to the next level, and further develop his music career in the US and internationally. That day, Ksi confirmed that he had started recording his debut studio album. On 8 November 2019, Ksi released the album's first single, Down Like That featuring Rick Ross, Lil Baby and SX. The track was used during Ksi's ring walk for his rematch against Logan Paul, and peaked at number 10 on the UK singles chart. It eventually received a silver certification from the BI for exceeding UK sales of 200,000 units. On 22 May 2020, the album, titled Dissimulation, was released. The album charted in 15 countries, debuted at number 2 on the UK albums chart, and received a silver certification from the BI for exceeding UK sales of 60,000 units. Other singles from the album including Wake Up Call, Houdini Cap and Killer Killer also reached the top 40 of the UK singles chart, with Houdini reaching the top 10 as well as receiving a silver certification from the BI for exceeding UK sales of 200,000 units. Ksi was scheduled to perform at Prague Live, Longitude and Reading, and Leeds festivals in 2020 to promote Dissimulation, but these were later cancelled due to the global outbreak of COVID-19. Ksi featured on Live to by British DJ and producer Nathan Dawe, which also features uncredited vocals from British singer-songwriter Ella Henderson, released on 24 July 2020. The song received a platinum certification from the BI for exceeding UK sales of 600,000 units. 2020, present. Second studio album and the online takeover. On 23 October 2020, Ksi released the first single from his second studio album Really Love featuring Craig David and Digital Farm Animals, which peaked at number 3 on the UK singles charts, making it Ksi's highest charting single to date. It also received a silver certification from the BI for exceeding UK sales of 200,000 units. On 15 January 2021, Ksi featured on Don't Play by British singer-songwriter Anne Murray and British DJ and record producer Digital Farm Animals, which peaked at number 2 on the UK singles charts, making it Ksi's highest charting single to date. It also received a silver certification from the BI for exceeding UK sales of 200,000 units. On 16 February 2021, Ksi announced on Twitter the creation of his own record label The Online Takeover in partnership with his own music manager Mams Taylor. Shortly after, he announced the first signee of his label, which was British-American singer Rihanna Lee, who featured on Ksi's debut album Dissimulation on the track Killer Killer. Income and wealth. The Daily Mirror online has regularly speculated over Ksi's income and net worth, reporting in 2014 that his income for the year was $1.12 million, and that his net worth was $11 million at the end of 2017, rising to an estimated $20 million by 2019. The tabloid also reported that Ksi was contracted to earn a minimum amount of $900,000 from his second fight against Logan Paul in 2019. In 2015, Ksi's earnings were estimated by Forbes as being over $4.5 million, ranking him as the 5th highest paid YouTuber in the world. In 2018, Esquire magazine reported that, according to Social Blade, Ksi can make up to £250,000 in advertising revenue from one video, and that product endorsements on his social media cost around £75,000. Heavy reported in the same year that Ksi was the director of 3 companies with equity totaling £1.7 million. Business Insider reported that Ksi's amateur boxing match versus Logan Paul in 2018 generated around £8.5 million from pay-per-view revenue alone, and a further live gate revenue of over £2.7 million from ticket sales. Some estimates calculated the potential earnings from the fight at £30 million to £40 million each, but Ksi dismissed these claims, stating that his earnings were a high amount, but nowhere near £40 million or £20 million. In an interview with Men's Health, Ksi confirmed that he also owns over 10 properties all around England with a combined worth of over £10 million. In 2020, the Sunday Times estimated Ksi's earnings to be £12 million a year. Philanthropy. Ksi has used his wealth and influence to support a number of charitable causes in his career. In 2015, Ksi donated $10,000 to an online charity stream done by YouTuber CASTRO1021, and participated in the Race Against Slime event, raising money for Special Effect, a foundation developing technology to aid people with physical disabilities to play video games. In 2019, Ksi uploaded a video titled Ending It All, from which all ad revenue would be donated to various suicide prevention charities. On 30 November 2020, Ksi featured on Stop Crying Your Heart Out as part of the BBC Radio 2's All Stars Children in Need charity single, which peaked at number 7 on the UK singles chart.